Karen screamed over refund denial. Cctv showed she broke it and lied. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead in Harper's Electronics, a small store tucked in a strip mall where dreams of discounts often clashed with reality. Karen, 48, stormed to the counter, her heels clicking like gunfire on the linoleum. In her hands was a sleek coffee maker, its glass carafe shattered, wires dangling like a broken promise. Her voice, sharp as a blade, cut through the hum of the store. "I want my money back. Now, this thing's defective." Mia, the 22-year-old cashier, barely out of college, stood behind the counter. Her name tag gleamed under the harsh light, a badge of her quiet resilience. She'd seen customers like Karen before, entitled, loud, unyielding, but something about Karen's wild eyes unnerved her. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but can you explain what happened?" Mia asked, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. Karen slammed the coffee maker onto the counter, shards of glass skittering across the surface. "It broke the first time I used it. You sell garbage, and I'm not leaving without a refund." Her words drew stares from other shoppers, their carts frozen in the aisles. Mia glanced at the machine, noticing the unnatural dents, the way the base was cracked as if struck with force. Her gut whispered suspicion, but she kept her tone neutral. "Let me check our return policy and see what we can do." Karen's face reddened, her voice climbing to a screech. "Policy? I don't care about your policy. I paid $89.99, and you're ripping me off." She leaned forward, her breath hot, her finger jabbing the air. Mia flinched but held her ground, her fingers tapping the computer to pull up the purchase record. That's when Tom, the store manager, emerged from the back. A wiry man in his 50s, Tom had a reputation for fairness but a spine of steel. "What's going on here?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. Karen spun toward him, her tirade unrelenting. "Your employee's useless, and your store's a scam. This coffee maker's junk, and I demand my money back." Tom's eyes flicked to the machine, then to Mia, who gave a subtle shake of her head. He nodded toward the corner. "Let's check the footage." The store's CCTV system, a grainy relic of the early 2000s, held the truth. Tom rewound the tape to 2 days prior, when Karen had purchased the coffee maker. The screen showed her at the counter, smiling politely, her demeanor a stark contrast to the fury now radiating from her. Fast forward to the next day. Karen, alone in the store's demo area, testing the coffee maker. The footage was clear. She filled the carafe, set it down, then, with a glance over her shoulder, slammed it against the counter. The glass shattered. She scooped up the pieces, stuffed them into her bag, and walked out. Mia's breath caught as she watched. Karen's face paled, but she doubled down. "That's not me. You doctored the tape." Her voice cracked, desperation seeping through. Tom crossed his arms. "Ma'am, the footage is time-stamped. You broke it. We can't refund deliberate damage." The store fell silent, the weight of truth settling like dust. Karen's eyes darted, searching for an escape. Then, a new voice broke the tension. "She's done this before." It was Sarah, a quiet woman in her 30s, pushing a cart with a toddler strapped in. She'd been lingering near the headphones, unnoticed until now. "Last month, at my cousin's store, she smashed a blender and demanded a refund. Got away with it, too." Sarah's voice trembled, but her gaze was steady. "She bragged about it at a PTA meeting." Karen froze, her bravado crumbling. The crowd murmured, judgment rippling through the air. Mia, emboldened by Sarah's courage, spoke up. "Ma'am, we're not giving you a refund, and we're reporting this." Karen's lips parted, but no words came. She grabbed her bag and bolted for the door, leaving the broken coffee maker behind. But the story didn't end there. Days later, Mia found a letter slipped under the store's door. It was from Karen, handwritten, the ink smudged as if written in haste. "I'm sorry," it began. "I've been struggling since my husband left. I thought scamming stores would make up for what I lost. It didn't." The letter detailed her spiral debt, shame, a desperate need to feel in control. She targeted small businesses, knowing they often caved to avoid trouble. Harper's was her 5th attempt. Mia read the letter in the break room, her heart heavy. Tom, standing nearby, sighed. "She's not the first, won't be the last. But we can't let her off." They turned the letter and footage over to the police. Karen faced charges for fraud, her name plastered in local news. The community splitsm pitted her, citing her personal struggles. Others condemned her, arguing accountability trumped excuses. Mia, though, couldn't shake the letter's weight. She saw Karen's actions for what they were. A cry for control in a life unraveling. Yet she also saw the ripple effect small businesses like Harper's, already struggling, couldn't afford these losses. Sarah's unexpected revelation had shifted the narrative, exposing Karen's pattern, but it was the letter that twisted the knife. Karen wasn't just a liar. She was a woman broken by her own choices, caught in a cycle of self-destruction. The store returned to its rhythm, but Mia carried the lesson forward. Truth, she realized, wasn't just about right and wrong, it was about the messy human cost of both. Karen's scream had been loud, but her silence in that letter spoke louder. What do you think? Does Karen's personal struggle justify her actions, or should justice hold firm regardless of her circumstances?